Hey guys, y'all, get the camera straight. Excuse me. You would think that this is before daycare, but it's not. It's almost 7 p.m. Normally, I am headed to bed by this hour. Yeah, seriously. I mean, I lay there and look at YouTube and like relaxing videos. I might watch a movie sometimes, but why am I not in bed this evening? Why am I not headed that way tonight? Because two reasons. One, my sister brought me this giganto thing of, I think it would be the venti size. I don't think it was from Starbucks. I think it was Dunkin' Donuts, of coffee this afternoon, which really helped tremendously to get me through the afternoon. And it had me doing a lot more after daycare than I normally would do. But I don't feel like eating dinner tonight because we celebrated a birthday. And we had cake and so I had a piece of chocolate cake made by my aunt, and I had that tall coffee, and so I just don't even feel like eating. And so then I went and got in showers. My hair is wet. I don't blow dry my hair anymore if I can help it. I think the only reason I would blow dry my hair anymore is if I was in a hurry, which really I never am. So, and the other reason I'm not in bed yet is because apparently I am the last to catch the cold that's been going around the daycare. So I wanted to, I sprayed my Flonase. I sniffed in some Vicks and did this trick. You sniff like Vicks twice, 2 deep breaths, and then you like push your sinuses up and lean back, and then you like push on them. I don't know. I cracked my neck just now though. It was supposed to clear the airways. There's nothing really wrong with my airways. It's this. And so I wanted to drink some tea before I go to bed, and this is a Lipton blueberry. How do you say that? Asaki. Something, and blueberry. Anyway, and it's too hot to drink right now, but I can feel the stuff in my throat. I was looking for I have a stomach ease tea. I was gonna drink that one because my stomach was feeling kind of after all that coffee, you know. But then I decided on this tea, because I can't be down. I cannot be down. I have way too many people that depend on me, so I cannot be down. Oh, this one's almost out of lotion. Not to worry if it is, because I have so much lotion around this house. So this weekend, I might try to do some video this weekend. This Saturday, my Saturday video should be interesting. My sisters are funny about video, about, you know, being on camera and stuff, but it's my little sister's birthday Friday, but she's coming over Saturday at some point. I'll be able to start my video in the morning but I don't know what time I'm going to get to upload my Saturday video this weekend. Please excuse me. But I will get it up at some point. Back in the kitchen. Brain fog, I think. And yeah, but so we're gonna we asked her where she wanted to go for her birthday dinner, you know, and she don't want to go out. She wants to have, and my place is usually the last place people want to be. You know, honestly, I don't think I've had like 1 or 2 get-togethers here since in the 3.5, almost 4 years that I've lived here, because it's just not adult friendly. My entire house is daycare friendly, except for my bedroom. And lately, the kids have been going in there, you know, and so I had to put a gate up today, right there in the hallway. I need to get another gate, because there's, you know, to keep them out of areas of the house where I don't want them to be. I need my bedroom. I need my safe space. My space. They can have the rest of the house. I don't care. I need my space. They're even slowly taking over my garage. I got 1.5 years left here on my lease. I probably won't even finish it out, to be honest with you. But, you know, for that time, I've been looking for this like thick padding stuff to put down in the garage, so I can make at least half the garage sort of like an indoor-outdoor play place, where I can, you know, when I put the bouncy house up in here, I have to clear space. But you know, we've got like this little bowling set, some other stuff that's more appropriate for them to do out there, you know, and there's an air conditioning in there, so if it's warm, to turn the air on, it's no problem. And I can open the door out there and put a screen up and all that good stuff. You know, for days that we can't take them out and all. My yard, well, I have a different yard guy now. I have a new guy, because my old yard guy started working over the road again, driving over the road, so he can't do it anymore. So I had to quick find another one. I think he starts this Saturday, actually. It'll be Saturday or Sunday, I don't know which. But yeah, so I'm working on the garage there to get it set up for them. I want to get these almost like giant foam blocks and stuff that they can crawl on and tumble over and things like that. And the 2 youngest babies that I have are really they're not little anymore, you know, and they're both real close to just being walking. They're real close. I'd say within the next couple of months, if not sooner. And once they are full on walking, you know, then they'll be running around with the rest of the kids, and you know, and able to play. I'll be nervous. I was nervous when I I just recently started letting one of the kids that's real near and dear to me run around with the big kids, but he does just fine. He can hold his own. He bullies them, actually. I have to pull him off of them a lot of times. That 1-year-old's got some spunk. Nothing like his brother and sister at all. Nothing like them. He's adorable. Those kids have my heart, for real, but he is nothing like his brother and sister. They're both pretty mild-mannered most of the time. And this one, Their third one, man. He is gonna give them. He's gonna give them a fit. I know it. I mean, he's one, but he definitely can hold his own. I won't have to worry about him at all. Oh, but yeah, there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. They pretty much own me, those kids. I don't know how or when it happened. God definitely brought that family into my life. It's so funny because it started back when I worked with their mom. And we worked at a furniture store together, which I hated. God, I'm glad that's over. And then I started. This is when I was seeing the narcissist, and I started needing rides home. And he came. God, did I ever tell y'all the story? He came into the furniture store where I was working once, and the guys, you know, there weren't any customers in the store, but they were using some language, you know. And the narcissist that I was with, he came in the store, sat down, and got on them for the language they were using. I was humiliated. The next morning when I went in, I was apologizing up one side, down the other for him. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. And then I started watching her first child, her daughter. She was like 1-ish, 2-ish, somewhere in there. And then I started watching her son, and then I couldn't wait to get the littlest one. God brings people into your life for a reason, and He brings the families into my daycare that I have for a reason. I am telling you, they are here for a reason. All of them are, because it never fails. It never fails. Just when I think I'm done, I'm not taking any more, I'll get a message and I'll meet the family, and just something tugs at my heart. And the child that I just recently got is nonverbal, and I'm going to work with him, you know, as well, and get him to talking. You know, God, I'll tell you guys something about what I do. I blame the coffee for this. That and this. I can't lay down with this right now. I'll tell you guys something about what I do. I'm just rambling in this video. This is not a life update. It's just a Dreama. Why is Dreama uploading a video on a Wednesday night? This might not go up till Thursday morning, as a matter of fact. But anyway, what was I saying, y'all? Oh my God. There's a reason we forget things, and I'm going to get to that in a minute too. And it's not senility. Crap! Fudge! What was I saying? Oh my God. Oh, I know it's about the families that God sends to me. I was talking about the little boy. I don't know. Never should have gotten off topic. I never should have gotten off topic. Anyways, so there. I was going to tell you something about what I do. Oh, okay. I'll tell you guys something about what I do. I should have edited that out, but I'm not going to. So before I forget again. Yes, I almost did. Again. So let me tell you guys something about what I do. There are days. There are many days where I think, let me look on Indeed. Let me see what else is out there. And those are usually the really bad days that I do that. And by bad days, I mean everybody has just plucked my nerves that day, or I feel like it's been total chaos, and I feel like a bad provider. Like, I should have more control over the kids than that. Some days I feel like that. But it's not about controlling them, really. It's the thing. But when I have a bad daycare day and my nerves are plucked, I start thinking badly about myself. I start thinking, I'm doing a bad job. This is me. Kids, especially in the 2 and 3 year range, they will test you. Boy, will they test you. I've got one who looks at me and grins, knowing that he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing. And if I say, come here, oh no, he ain't coming to me. And I've got another one who will just straight up tell me, no, he's not coming to me. And I gotta go get him. And I've got another one, a little girl, she's the ringleader, telling you. She can be the ringleader sometimes. But it's all perfectly normal. They are being, now kids are not little adults. I hate when people say that. They're not little adults. They're not. Your brain don't even finish developing till you're like 21, 22, somewhere, maybe later than that, I think. It's somewhere in there. But a 2 and 3 year old will test you, like on purpose. They're going to test their limits. They're going to test their boundaries and see just how big their world is right now. That's not to say a 1-year-old won't test you too, but they don't realize they're not so much, when they're 1, they're not so much testing you, but when they've got their legs, their land legs, their world just opened up like huge. Like they're no longer restricted to a playpen or two. The only time my little 1-year-old now, the little boy that I was telling you about a while ago, that the family I'm real attached to, the only time he's ever in his playpen now is, well, 1, if he's being really bad, or 2, if he's napping. The rest of the time, he's running around with the kids. Now, he does stuff he knows he's not supposed to also. But at that age, it's not so much testing as it is they're saying, am I allowed to, let me see if I'm allowed to do this. And they'll do it more than once. Like, if I leave the room, he knows, you better stay off my desk. But he'll come over and he'll grab my mouse, or he'll grab the remote or something, off the desk. But all it takes is a look, and he knows he's been caught, and he'll quit. Or if he's already got the remote in his hand, he'll hand it to me like, I was doing you a favor. He cracks me up like that. And it's hard for me not to laugh, I contribute to them being rotten, all of them. I know that I do. But I got a little bit off topic. Now, when they do these things, when they act up, when there's a chaotic day, I feel like those are the days I feel like a bad provider. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I feel like I need to find another job. Or some days my nerves gets real plucked. I'm like, I can't keep doing this for much longer, And it's funny because in those moments, I'm telling y'all, in those moments, I'll get a message from someone who needs me. And or if God knows I just can't take another one right now, a daycare parent will just out of nowhere say thank you or do something nice for me. One gate brought me a little teapot the other day because they know I collect teapots. I have so many teapots. they know I collect teapots, and just as a way to say thank you, And her husband closed my windows. Used to slide down, and he fixed that for me, and that was a huge deal. I didn't ask them to; they just did. I got one that brings my garbage can up for me every week, and that stuff means something to me. I feel I got one when they made their payment say, because we appreciate you. I had another one that I took their daughter shopping, and driving, and out of nowhere she sends me like an extra money that I didn't expect, way more than, she usually sends a little something when I take her daughter shopping, but did not expect what she sent. And it was, I nearly wrecked, because I was like, got a ding from Cashapp, and I'm like, what the, So, maybe she thinks she didn't pay me or something, so I messaged her like, did you mean to do that? But it's not even little, but it's things like that mean a lot to a daycare provider. So if you have one, be kind to her, be good to her or him, and, let them know that they're appreciated, because let me tell you what, we work a good 11, 12 hours a day, and our day doesn't our day doesn't just begin when we open. Oh, no. I'm up at 5 a.m. because, one, I need some time to myself in the morning. I need my time with God in the morning, and the only way I'm going to get that is to get up early. And I need time to figure out what I'm doing for their breakfast. I need time to get the room set up. I need time to take my dog out, take care of my dog, spend a few minutes with her in the mornings, because she's in her room during daycare hours, and she's like such a good dog. She puts up with that. I'm trying to figure out how for that not to happen. During really nice days when it's not too hot, not too cold, I let her spend more time outside. And our day doesn't end when daycare is over, because we have cleaning to do. You hear my dishwasher going, I don't know, and we need to, I have to shower, I have to clean. Sometimes I have to do dishes, sometimes I'll eat, sometimes I won't. It depends. Trash has to be taken out. It's just, there's so many things, disinfected, things wiped down. So I've got a good hour of cleaning after daycare closes. So our days are very, very long. And I do get people all the time ask me, or they'll make a comment and say, I couldn't do it. You could if it means the roof over your head. But true enough, you have to have a knack for it. You have to have a heart for this. I guess if I didn't, and this is what makes me feel better. I'm so mad that I'm getting a cold. And this is what makes me feel better, is that in my heart, in my spirit, I know I'm on the right path. A lot of people are like, what is my purpose in this life? What is the reason that I am here on this earth? I don't have kids of my own. If I had kids of my own, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I know, because I've taken care of kids my entire life. I've had other jobs too, but there's always been that child care ever since I was 13. And there's been very little time in between when I wasn't taking care of someone's child. And shoot, I even took care of the treasurer of Virginia back in the 90s, Eddie Moore Jr., when he was the treasurer of Virginia. I was his kid's nanny. I lived in his home during the week, and I went home or with friends or whatever on the weekend. always taking care of children in one capacity or the other. And I didn't know it then because I was young. It's, and stupid and didn't, whatever. And didn't realize that that was the plan God had for me. I spent a lot of time being upset that I don't have my own kids. Like, why? Both my sisters got kids. I didn't ever understand why I don't have my own children. And I spent a lot of time crying over it. Why? Just why? And I think this is the reason. That's why I was never allowed to raise my own kids. This is the reason. I believe that with all of my heart. When you know, like I said, a lot of people ask all the time, what is my purpose in life? I know that I know that I know this is my purpose in life. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm on this earth. And I know that without a doubt. So, and it feels, I don't want to just say it feels good to know that I'm doing God's will for my life, that I'm on the path I'm supposed to be on, because that's the wrong word. Feeling good about it is the wrong word. It feels, don't want to use the word magical. It's not right. It feels peaceful. It feels like I'm honoring God. I'm honoring that purpose in my life. I'm serving Him. I'm letting Him He's using me to serve these families. And so when I have serious thoughts of quitting or doing something else or whatever, there's always that still small voice in my heart that is, something is said or something happens, and it's like God nudging me and going, I got you, dreamer. You're doing good. This is what I want you to do. And I can almost feel that God's proud of me. And that may not make sense to a lot of you, but it fills my heart to know that I'm doing what God wants me to do. And of that, I am 120% positive. No doubt. Now, how long He is going to let me do this, I don't know. When it's time to move on, He'll tell me. I got a feeling, though, this is how I'm going out. But I'm telling y'all, when I do go, somebody please put on my tombstone, she can finally rest. But who knows? He could have me doing this for 5 more years. He could have me doing this for 20 more years. I don't know. I kind of envision this future where, I didn't mean for this to be this long. I kind of envision this future where the kids that I'm real close to now, I can see me going to her graduation. I can so see them coming around even when I'm not needed anymore. I've got, and I hate thinking about this, but I've got at best 4 more years, because the littlest one will probably be starting school. And at the most, I might have them before and after school at that point. And then there'll come a day. There'll come a day when they won't even need me for that. So yeah, that's gonna be hard for me. Not looking forward to that. But they're always going to be in my life. I don't care. They're always going to be in my life. I'm Auntie Dream as far as I'm concerned. I'm auntie dreaming to a lot of kids, as a matter of fact. So, well, I guess I've been talking for 30 minutes. I've been drinking my tea. I appreciate y'all sharing this time with me. I really do. I don't get lonely, if that's what you're wondering. You know, maybe that's why my nose is itching. Oh, I'm definitely, go away in Jesus' name. I am not going to claim this. But, that's not why I'm making this videos. It's not a lonely thing. It's just, I wanted to get on here and just share some things with you guys while I'm drinking my tea and wait for that coffee to wear off. I never drink coffee in the afternoon on the weekday. I rarely drink it in the morning on a work day unless it's Friday and it don't matter. But I've never drank it ever in the afternoon before. I mean, but what was I supposed to do? You know, I couldn't be rude and not drink it. And it did help me get through the afternoon. We had a birthday, so it helped with all that. And I got a lot done after work, too. But if not for that coffee, I probably wouldn't be sitting here making this video now. God. I don't know if y'all can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but I am steadily losing weight. I don't know if y'all can tell from the videos. Maybe go back and look at past videos. I don't know if you can tell, but I am steadily losing weight, and it scares me. It scares me because I'm so scared that I'm going to drop the ball again. Like I said before, I got to within 3 pounds of finally getting under 300, and that's such a big number still. And I'm getting so close again, and it scares me. I don't want to drop the ball. I don't want to lose sight. And when I had that chocolate cake this afternoon and that big coffee, that's another reason I'm not eating dinner too, because I know there was so many calories in that. And I think the only thing, it's not even calories I worry about. It's, the sugar. That sugar really stays with you. Because, once your body has used what it needs, the rest of it stays in your cells and turns into, so. But it's not like I do that every day. I rarely ever. So, what else did I eat today? I think a handful of Cheerios. Oh, I made a sandwich out of fish sticks. Kids had fish sticks today, so I made a sandwich out of that. Yeah, that's it. But with the chocolate cake and the coffee, I'm sure my calories were well more than made up for. Well, my tea's almost done, so that means the conversation's almost done. And if you watched this whole video, I appreciate you. This was just more of a I don't know. See, look how peaceful it is right now. I'm used to doing this in the morning. My brain feels a little off because I feel like I'm waiting for kids to walk through the door, because I usually make my coffee and my tea and sit down and do whatever. But nobody's fixing to walk through the door. I'm fixing to go to bed is what's going to happen. I might actually try to do another daily audio Bible. We're in Genesis, and we're up to, I think that's what I'll do before I go in there and go to bed. But we're up to they do a bit of Genesis and then a bit of right now we're doing a bit of Genesis, and then we go to read some of Matthew, and then there's always some Psalms, and then Proverbs. And I love Proverbs. Proverbs is like, it's like wise advice handed down. We just finished talking about, today we're talking about Jacob and his brother Esau. That's right, Dreama. Stick your finger in your mouth after you get on the kids for that. And so that's what we did today. It's kind of, now that I'm really getting into it, and I'm really getting into there's so much more to those stories, guys, than just what you heard in Sunday school. And when you actually study it, you're like, oh my God, what happened next? You want to know what happened next, because you don't see these people as flawless, and you see them, they're not just characters that you heard about in Sunday school your whole life. They're human beings like we are, and you're like, there's so much drama, and you're like, oh my God, what happened? I want to know what happened next. For instance, we just read that Jacob, who is Isaac's son, Isaac, who's Abraham's son, this entire family sets the foundation. It's where we come from. So, Jacob, Esau's brother. Okay, first of all, Esau, his dad specifically said, don't marry a Canaanite woman. So, what does Esau do? Esau goes and marries two, just out of spite. 2 wives. I'm very curious to know how that was okay. I don't think God said that was okay. They just did it. Jacob mentions, promising God 1/10 of all that he receives. I guess that's where they get the tithing stuff from. Jacob, what we just this morning, what I'm up to, is Jacob had 2 wives also, and they were both his cousins, his first cousins. One of the women, Leah, had 4 sons by him. Rachel was childless. She couldn't have children. So right away I felt a connection. And so she was very upset and miserable. I mean, Leah was upset and miserable because Jacob loved Rachel. But Leah was hoping he would fall in love with her now that she's given him 4 sons. And then I found out that Jacob's name is later going to be changed to Israel. And so when they talk about the children of, and this really caught my attention, when they talk about the children of Israel, they're talking about Jacob and his 4 sons. Whenever I heard the term the children of Israel, I assumed they were talking about the people that live in Israel. I mean, maybe they are talking about his descendants. I never knew Jacob's name was changed over to Israel. Did you know that? I didn't know that. So I might actually go do another one before bed, because they only take about 20 minutes or so to go through the verses. That's about 40 minutes if you listen to all of the, because they have like people that call in with prayer requests and stuff, and those are on there at the end. So it's like 20 minutes of that. I started out listening to all that, but I don't usually have 40 minutes to spend on it, sadly. So 20 minutes, I can spare that to spend some time with God before I go to bed. And then when we go to Matthew, I love when we get to Matthew, because we just finished, Prima, you know where Matthew is, because we just finished talking about Jesus performing his miracles, and how, now get this, so Jesus is performing all these miracles, right? He's driving out demons, he's healing the sick, he brought a girl back from the dead, and the clergymen, the very people that are in charge of leading people to God, the very people who have a lot of education and studied and studied and studied, are the same people who don't recognize the Son of God when they see him, and accuse him of doing the devil's work. And so one of the things that it brings to mind is how we judge people, and we judge things and goings-ons that we don't understand. Just like the clergyman judging Jesus. You know, like do we miss when God is among us just because it's something we don't understand? If something going on, if there's a miracle happening in our life, do we give credit to the wrong thing or person? Or are we saying, oh, the devil did this, the devil, people give way too much credit to the devil. He ain't got no power. I'm sorry. He has no power. Not in this home. People give, well, the devil did it. Oh, the enemy did this in my life. No, you made those choices. Enemy didn't do nothing. He ain't got that much power. You made those choices and brought about whatever happened in your life. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But then we fail to give God credit when a miracle does happen or something happens in our life. Or we say it was something else. Or we deny something because we don't understand it. Just like the clergy are saying Jesus' works are of the devil. They're supposed to be, teaching these people about God and looking out for the Son of God. And there he is right in front of them. Would I recognize Jesus if he was in front of me? I'd like to think I would. But not necessarily. There's nothing that says Jesus doesn't walk among us. We just don't recognize him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know he's with us. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep in this. I told y'all this is not a preachy channel, and I'm not preaching now. I'm just like, so my mind is blown by some of this stuff I've heard all my life. Even when I'm listening to it and reading along, I'm like, yeah, I remember this story. I know this story. Heard it all my life growing up. But then I'm like, oh, but I didn't know that. And I didn't know it meant this or that. And I'm just like, wow, mind blown. So I'm going to end this video now because I really want to get in and do at least one. I got time to do at least another section. And because I really want to know what happens here with Jacob and they're two sisters. They're his first cousins. And I want to know what happens with these women living in the same house. One obviously jealous of the other. So I'm going to go do that. I've never been so excited to read the Bible in all my life. And I have to really thank one of my daycare parents because she gave me this as a gift. And I didn't want that gift to be given in vain. And so I made a vow to myself to really get into the Word again. And God, I know God had her give this to me. I know He did. Because I wanted to get closer to God. I just didn't know how. And this is how. Every day, being in His Word. This is how. And it's really helped me feel closer to Him. So I'm going to end this video now. Thank you guys for sharing this evening with me. And I will probably next see you again this weekend. God bless. Take care. And I'll probably do another Johnny Depp video pretty soon. There's just some, not new stuff, but there's just kind of some other stuff I want to cover. God bless. Mwah.